Hear the sizzling. Jalapenos, garlic, white onion, a little cooking sherry, a little Colvita, Acito Balsamico di Modena EGP. Just a little. Let it reduce for like 45 minutes on medium-low heat. This is a plethora of caramelization. All of these things caramelize very well. Allow the moisture to escape. You can speed that up by covering it briefly and taking it off. This is breaking down. I even got some good little blackened crust. Just a snippet of it, not too much. Then back here we have more Colvita balsamic vinegar. We got some cooking sherry, and we have a medley of baby tomatoes. Some salt as well, and of course unfiltered olive oil. If you're looking for the best unfiltered olive oil, the best unfiltered olive oil I have found in America is this. There's a special process by which it is extracted and catalyzed so that it stays fresh. There's another one I really like, but it doesn't stay as fresh as long. That's Partana. You'd be forgiven for getting this one. But really, we're looking for grit and classical textures and flavors here. You know, rich flavors. This little pan hasn't been washed in like a year. It's got fine cheddar in it. Of course, it's been cooked in about 100 times. Egg, anything. I make it in that pan. And it has a hard candy shell from being seasoned with grapeseed oil. If you don't know about that, you better figure it out. This water level kind of started up here. So what's going to happen here is the tomatoes are going to reduce down, but the balsamic and the cooking sherry, as well as the sweet and tangy juices of the little babies, are going to, and they're going to improve their gain. They're going to reduce down without the moisture. The flavors will remain, but the moisture will move on up into the vent and into the sky. And what remains is going to be a very rustic, very classical, sharp and tangy, yet sweet little baby tomatoes, which will cool off in this pan. And when they cool off, they will take sips. Each one of them will sip up some of this delicious moisture left behind. So, slow cooking is the way to go. This I'm almost ready to remove. I'm going to put some seasoned steaks. Here we got a little chili powder, a little pinch of cumin, some different types of pepper, and of course cayenne. And you know, normally I wouldn't put a lot of flavor on my meat, but I'm just feeling festive today. So this has been sitting for about an hour, breathing. These are going to be placed on top of this and placed in the broiler. And that will be how this pan's story culminates. That's its end story. That's the end of its story, is when these go onto this pan. They are put into the broiler, the gas broiler, of course, cooked for a couple of minutes on each side, on top of this bed. This is like a memory foam, garlic, onion, jalapeno bed. These guys will continue. They're just going to continue. The rate at which the moisture evaporates is exponential. So as the time goes on and you start to notice a reduction and not an increase in water, now you know you're on the home stretch. When the water level is coming up, you know that's when it's losing moisture, but when it's starting to go back down, you know you've gone past the yard arm. And all that will take now here is maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, and it will cook down. What remains will be the oil and the sharp classic flavors that you just know are going to be there. Very simple. It's just tomatoes, salt, balsamic. So you can use wine, but I use the cooking sherry. It's very simple. And after a long, hard day outside in the whipping wind and the 0-degree temperatures, this reinvigorates your nostrils. You learn that you can smell again. You have to recharge your nostrils. And that's some of what this is about. Allowing those nose buds to reappear and come out of their hiding.